Good evening, everyone. Hopefully, everything's working fine. Uh, Welcome to the stream. Let me give you all a little reading. Odd. The game sound is a bit low on my end. Hopefully, it's okay on the stream itself. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Uh, I was gonna try and get Silk Song for tonight, but somehow I went into the PSN store and realized that Silk Song is actually not even on the PSN store at the moment. And I thought that was kind of odd because I was pretty sure the release was supposed to happen a few hours back, right? So I checked online and I discovered that Silk Song was so popular, it managed to crash multiple storefronts: Steam, Nintendo Store, even the PSN Store. So I do believe they have temporarily disabled the purchase of Silk Song. So I guess we're gonna be doing more Wu-Chang here for now. I mean, not that I'm mad about it. Not in any hurry to play it. A good game has to be enjoyed, right? So, yep. Let's try and do the Nightmare Demon as a mirror match once again. The objective of our stream is to do the Nightmare Demon while using the exact same weapon she's using. So that means we'll be using dual blades during phase 1, axe during phase 2, and finally longsword during phase 3, all while trying not to get hit too much. She blocked my sudden strike. Already an axe, huh? I have my longsword equipped. Wow, okay. Let's reset. Now the game actually sounds loud enough that I can hear myself. I guess it was just the ambient noise that was sort of interfering how it was sounding. I had my longsword equipped by accident. I should have been going axe first. A good first phase though. Wow, okay. I was expecting to be a bit rusty since I hadn't touched it for a while, but hey. I mean, touched it the entire day. I was playing this yesterday too, so. Come and go is the way of all living things, like leaves that flourish before the fall. Good thing I'm wearing stuff that actually allows me to be killed quickly. Had a good first run, but just got hit there. Not exactly sure what I should be following up after I get my initial sudden strike, right? There are times where I'll get a really good pattern that's easy to parry, and other times where I'll be stuck in the animation lock from being way too aggressive. Oh, well, okay. She's an axe, but I got hit there at the very last second. I was a bit, just a little bit too far to actually hit and interrupt her, or even use my block, parry her. So maybe I am a bit rusty from not practicing in the morning. Thankfully, the run back to the Nightmare Demon is pretty short. In general, most of the runbacks in this game are like very short and uneventful, which I'm kind of glad for. And I do believe in the future they're gonna add the option so that you can retry the fight immediately, which would be very nice. Oh no, I got hit. I got healed as well, but I got hit there too, so we're gonna reset. One of the rare patterns to happen, right? Most of the time she'll try to back away or go into her charge attack, allowing at least there's almost always enough time for us to use sudden strike there to knock her down safely without getting hit. Occasionally she'll do that pattern where she just attacks outright without waiting. Nightmare Demon makes me realize that PvP and invasions would have been such an interesting feature in Chang. I know a lot of people hate having those features in Souls games, especially single player ones. But if done right, if it's an opt-in sort of thing, I think it would have been kind of fun, right? Especially after you finish the game. And I know that in the data mining, or in the data itself, there are animations for co-op and PvP invasions. There we go. That's what I was expecting. Axe. Here we go. Oh, that dash caught me off guard again. What do you mean hope you don't die? Dying is all part of this process. We have to die in order to learn not to get hit. I mean, my streams are 90% of the time me dying, and 10% of me actually making progress in the game. Well, yeah, you should be happy. You finally got your Final Fantasy XIV account back after your PC crashed, which was great. Square Enix support coming in clutch, I guess. Oh, the animation. I got hit by the animation lock. Oh no, the keybind settings and everything, those are actually in your profile and my documents on your PC itself. So they're not stored on their side unless you specifically made an upload in the character select menu, right? There's an option to upload your character preferences while you're doing character selection. If you haven't done that upload, then no, it's not there. If you had done it, you'll have an option to download it. Which means, yeah, you sort of need to rebind all those keys all over again. Oh, what? She hit me with the backhand. If that's the case, then you should have, while you're selecting your character, you should press the little cog icon on the corner, I believe, and that should give you the option to download the keybinds. I haven't personally used it myself, so I'm not entirely sure. But I'm pretty sure you can find the answer to that online. Now you say you know, but then and previously you said, I'm not sure the data is stored on there, so I don't mind though. The answer is both, depending on whether you upload it or not. Oh, come on. Hit me with the backhand again. Again, King, remember that time I called you out on your tendencies to say you know whenever I say something? This is that same thing repeating again. Last time it happened, I was like, you know what, let me remind you when this happens once again. And so I'm gonna give you that reminder again. Yeah, you had a pretty unique setup with your keybinds, especially since you were using the extra keys on the mouse. Now, you had a very tailor-made setup that allowed you to raid in a very comfortable way that was for you. Don't envy you if you lost all those settings. Oh, she used Earth Shatter and poised through my attack. I'll be honest, if Final Fantasy XIV did not have like proper controller configurations, I probably would have never picked it up. I just can't quite get used to gaming on a keyboard. It feels very awkward. Even when I tried WoW or Guild Wars, I'm always looking forward to a controller setup. And I'm glad more recent time seems to be focusing on that too. Controller setups. Oh wow, she's already an axe. I didn't even realize it. So, the audio lag there. After that one check, I'm making sure that Silk Song is available on US Store. It is, I think, visible on computer, but I don't believe it is visible on the PS Store itself. Like if you go and search for it. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Silk Song is not visible here. Oh, wait, it is. Okay, I guess they finally put it up. Time to get this. Alright, guys, I'm gonna hide this for a second while I enter my password. Be right back. There we go. Surprisingly small game too. I might just change the stream to Silksong in the middle if we don't get the Nightmare Demon anytime soon, right? Oops. Sorry. Download, please. Thank you. So as I was saying before at the start of the stream, in case you missed it, I was gonna initially play Silksong tonight, but I went to the PSN store and I found out that I couldn't find it on PSN store, right? And then I checked online, and apparently what happened was Silksong was so popular, it managed to crash multiple storefronts, right? Steam, Nintendo eShop, PSN. It started crashing all those storefronts. So I think what happened was PSN temporarily removed it, because the only thing I could do was just wishlist it. I couldn't purchase it. And now I can. That's the power of Silksong, my friend. It's a game we've all been looking forward to 8 years for. Careful the Draconic Bombard. Ah, Oh, she used Blink Strike a third time? Wow, okay. Just spamming her attacks. It was such a good run too. We managed to do it the axe phase without getting a Blink Strike. Why? I gotta be really careful with the Blink Strike. That comes out so fast, I very rarely have a chance to react. Especially when I start a stream after I take a nap, right? It's so slow. Oh, I'm surprised you didn't realize that Hollow Knight was such a popular game. It is one of the most popular Metroidvanias out there, and very well deserved, by the way. And and I'm 100% sure, if you go over to any streaming platform, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and you check the Silk Song category, tonight is gonna be filled with Silk Song. All the heavy hitters are gonna be playing it. Even people who are not as popular will be playing it. That category is gonna be filled to the brim tonight, because everyone's gonna be playing it. Everyone. So really good axe phase. We managed to get through that without getting hit on axe. Axe is like very dicey, right? You need to find the right moment to intervene. Otherwise, it gets weird. It's very easy for Axe Nightmare Demon to interrupt us or poise through attacks. Ooh, that was close. Are you not backing away to heal? There, yeah, that's what I expected. Oh, the timing! I missed the timing. Almost. We almost got a perfect mirror match against the Nightmare Demon. Well, to be fair, even I wasn't expecting it to do that. Like crash multiple storefronts. I don't I don't ever recall a game doing that, right? Like being so popular, but other than just being a good game, the other reason I do believe is because despite being like possibly a very phenomenal game, I haven't played it yet, right? It's priced only at $20, which is amazing. Like you haven't had a $20 game release that's considered very popular, or at least AAA, in ages, right? Ah, come on, she poised through that. Yeah, okay, let's restart. Not a shame. The axe phase is just trying to do it with the axe itself is like very tricky since you have to. The only consistent way I can think of doing it with the axe, right? Let me take a sip of this water. The only consistent way I can think of doing it with the axe is to rely on knockdowns and knockups. Otherwise, she has so many moves where she'll just power through your attacks, which doesn't make it as fun to deal with, right? And you'd sort of need a bit of luck. Because sometimes she'll not do that one attack, she'll have that hyper armor, and other times she will use it. Oh, come on. She changed to the final form. We did a good axe run, but blink kick, the bane of my existence. The most basic skill in the longsword tree. The most basic skill in the longsword tree is the one that's hitting me. It's kind of funny when you think about it. Like it is the one weapon skill on the longsword that you get at the very start of the game. You start the game itself off with that weapon too. And the Nightmare Demon just uses it amazingly. And see, this is why I think PvP in this game would have been so fun. Oh, I was too far for the counter. Yeah, gotta be a bit closer with the bandit blades, because you are not putting yourself at a disadvantage if you can't parry those. Ooh, that was close. Wow, that. Hmm. You know, even when I get hit, I can't hate it, right? Because it's my own move, and it's showing me how versatile that one move is. And that is the charged heavy of the axe. Like I said, getting a good axe phase, really tricky. Yeah, pretty much, unfortunately. And that's why I no, I can't hate this fight. I wasn't originally I didn't originally put this fight so high up in the rankings of bosses in this game. But the more I've been playing it this way, right? The more I've been playing it by using the same weapons against her, the more I realize that the game is almost teaching you how to use your skills effectively. It is amazing. It's so fun. It's very much a Shiro versus Archer situation from Fates. So you as the inexperienced person is sort of getting handed a lesson on how to use your weapons. I feel like I have a good grasp on how to do it on dual blades, but axe still has a ways to go. Oh no! Wow. Okay, I should have been careful of Blink Strike. That was so close to perfect. So close to perfect. Like Blink Strike just goes through even those. It might be better to rely on my longer range spell, which I'm not using, and even use Huang Yangze's spell for Alacrity. Because that ought to give me like enough iframes to counter it. Surprisingly, the basic axe has been like the best pick against the Nightmare Demon. Like, it has the lowest cost moves, and Rampage without the healing factor is low cost enough that you have like two knock up, a knock up and a knockdown options between the two, making it a bit safer to approach. Okay, good move. I can do the same though. Oh, wow, oh. The fog, the fog of my souls actually blocked my view. I couldn't see her do the draconic bombard. I can only blame myself. I should have just realized that at that distance he was just gonna shoot me. Well, let's lower audio just a bit. Just a smidgen. A tad. Not this time. Oh, okay. Got me. Got me with the dash. The dash feint. She has a habit of doing that in both the axe forms and the longsword form, right? Instead of dash attacking, she'll dash in, wait for a second, and then start attacking. So if you try to parry or dodge the dash itself, you end up getting caught. See, this is what I mean. Like, she's almost like a teaching fight for PvP. Because you could, if PvP was in game, if they actually put in that data mine stuff that we know it exists, uh, you could do that to other players. You could dash in, wait for a bit, and then start attacking. That would really throw people off. I wonder what they would have put in for as a PvP reward, right? Yeah, I can't quite imagine, like, what would there be like a different ending or so if you were like very PvP heavy or something. I can't believe I of all people is talking about PvP. Oh, okay, that is that pattern where she attacks immediately. And traditionally, I'm not too big into PvP for these games myself. Mainly because what? We live in the middle of nowhere, right? And actually getting a good connection is very challenging. Unless you're playing with someone you know. At which point they'll proceed to look up guides on how to PvP, equip all that stuff, join you in a fight, and beat the stuffing out of you. Cough, cough, hint, hint. He's in axe already? Oh, getting me with the dash again. Dash feint, very effective. Oh, wow. I can't believe you got me with that second hit. I think that might have been the first time I've gotten hit by the second one. X phase proving to be challenging as always. I really do need a bit of luck on that phase. Or to not panic once he starts going into X. A fleeting glimpse through heaven's eyes, only to find myself trapped in this mortal guise. What will it take to finally awaken you? And hey, we finally did it. We did the fight without getting hit and using her own weapons against us. I need a little cheer over here if I can find one. Well met. Okay, well met. She does a little thumbs up too. I didn't notice that. Kind of funny. Now let's go use up our souls here. I'll probably head up and check what's happened with Neon on this run. Because this time we were a bit kind to him, and I want to see what that has resulted in. So I have like extra 3 points. I didn't even realize that. We have a good build going, all things considered. Feathering, although feathering's not ideal for the enemies we're fighting right now, because a lot of them are not weak to feathering. They are actually strong against it. Do I want to get more strength or more agility? Let's go up. I almost feel like I have gotten all the agility skills, so might just get the dash clash over here on Tomb Blades. Enter the dream to reset our tempering in case we need to fight Neon again. Also, let me update our stream titles, right? Because we managed to actually beat the Nightmare Demon. I don't even know what to call this. Like, I guess we'll just call it Warships Rise and Ruins. I don't want to give anyone the wrong idea. So let's quickly change it to, yeah, NG Plus, Warships Rise in Ruins. There we go. All good. Titles are changed. In time, we actually proceed with the game. I had a feeling we'd be able to do it tonight, because that's about the amount of time that I need to perfect a boss. Around 5 hours by my count now. The average is 5 hours. I'll have to increase it from 4 to 5 to 5 to 6. I know there's an enemy around here that's gonna jump me. Oh, wait, are these guys no longer ambushing? Okay, I have like very low poison resist. Blight resist? Oh, hot? Wow, okay. The lock-on is kind of messing up with me here. I kind of don't really care about the blight. Because it's only going to take like a portion of... Whoa, okay. Yeah, it's only going to take a portion of my health. And as long as I've been full health while I'm affected by blight, well, it doesn't really matter, because there's always like percentage based. Yeah, that guy over there, I know you're there. I know your secrets now. Let me just knock him down with a throwing dagger or something. Maybe a fire dagger. He's not even coming down, huh? Okay. Oh, forgot about that one. One of you, huh? Okay. Narrow space to find it. The camera is just all over the place. Yeah, I believe this does lead us to Neon. If we go up, I don't quite recall where down is going to take us. It's to the Shoe Sanctum. No worries, take your time. You know, I keep mentioning this to you, but you kind of don't need to let me know. Well, you need to go. You are a viewer, my friend. Oh wow, Neon is actually not hostile this time. He's just waiting. He's crying. Are you okay? I can see your brother is not feeling very good over here.
The cure. It failed him. What manner of warrior am I? A courageous hero. A sword to punish evil. Beware all that is evil. For brothers we are from this day forth.
I'm sorry that it had to end this way, Neon. At least you're okay, right? You won't mind me picking this up? Sword of Exorcism. Oh, this is the key item that you get when he dies. A pair of wooden swords, symbols of a childhood oath. Crooked poetry has been carved into the blade. Beware all that is evil, for brothers we are from this day forth. The line gives an inkling to the owner's naivete. I should probably just giving this to you, and I kind of feel bad for taking it, but I can't give it back now, unfortunately. There's a little path over here too. Is that always here? Yeah, it was always here. This is like a hidden path to that area over there. I'm not exactly certain that's where we need to go. But at least on this one, you're alive, which counts for something. Gonna use a divine fragment over here, cure ourselves of a little madness. Not entirely sure. Oh, this is the path to the Tang Palace, right? Oh no, this is. Oh, I didn't even realize you could go over here. And this might be the one Manawas upgrade I've been missing. Yes, it is. That was the last upgrade, and I missed that one. I missed that one, and I missed this shrine over here on my first playthrough. Nope. Okay, okay. In my haste, I did not check you. You are evil. Plain evil. These are martial arts too. I can't actually counter them. What, why does it look like you're gonna jump me while you're spinning at me? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the shrine I missed the last time. I don't think there's anything else here, right? It was just the Forgotten Remembrance over here. That upgrade was what I missed. I can't believe I didn't quite realize there was a hidden path. It was so obvious, right? So obvious. Oh, we might as well upgrade our Mana West to max. And between this shrine and the one in the Tang Palace Lake, I think those are the most missable ones, right? I did not take the Tang Palace Lake shrine this time, so I'll need to take it to actually get the final shrine in another playthrough. It's not possible for us to go back and get it now. Now, let's also just reset here. Get all our stuff back. Yeah, kind of amazing that they have. Like, the more I play with this game, the more I'm like, okay, there's one more secret for you to figure out. So let me get Li Jiao's axe, because Li Jiao's axe scales up feathering. Me actually get all my weapons back, so we don't need to run back here each time. Frost Edge, Flamebringer, Lashing Whip, Moonlight Dragon, Fang. I have a halberd. One of each. Undercall, Unequilibrium Blades, Twin Bandits. I have Firearm Blades. Yes, Dark Frost Edge. Huh, I think I might have missed the Steam Spear on my current run. There we go. Finally have our entire inventory back with us. The reason I put those away was to do the Nightmare Demon fight, just so we could quickly change weapons without having to scroll through everything over here. So, Serpent Fang, since we're using the Twin Bandits, I'm gonna just switch over to Li Jiao's axe. Maybe instead of the Twin Bandits, Firearm Blades? We don't really have a Toon Blade that scales with feathering, so this might just be the best one to go with. Because it has a scaling of level 5 in agility. Like every other Twin Blade is probably going to give me less damage overall. Except for this, which has a surprisingly slightly downgraded blunt. It has almost the same scaling between the two, but for some reason it scales kind of differently. Why is the stab on this so high as opposed to this? Kind of weird. Maybe they intended to keep it low because it's a deluxe edition weapon. Okay, that's our little foray over here. Done. So let me change back to our normal hairstyle, since we're done with the mirror fight. Oh, Neon's gone? Wait, the body's gone as well. Sword of Judgment. Wait a minute. Okay, let me just read this first. A wooden sword. This one, Neon Si Chang. A courageous hero, a sword to punish evil. The lion gives an inkling to the owner's naivete. So they both had a childhood oath, which they weren't able to fulfill. Oh my god, I hope this doesn't mean he actually jumped down with the body of his brother. I almost feel like it does. So there's no good end to Neon's storyline. Like, even if he doesn't get angry with you, it doesn't seem like you can save him. Or I sort of wonder if it's because I picked up the item. Maybe next time I'll try to do the quest and not pick up the wooden sword. If I don't, maybe he'll not possibly disappear like that. And something tells me that his disappearance is very much just him committing suicide. Let's just run down this path. I know those guys are gonna try and ambush me. We have this little path over here, and I do believe this is the one that takes you to Tang Palace, right? Oh, my madness increased there. Was that like a normal... I guess it was a normal human being. Yeah, this is the way to the Tank Palace. If you go over here, you'll have that one enemy that's trying to ambush you by shooting, by actually killing himself too, because those fire pots would explode on him as well. Which gives us the Scorn Axe. Okay, now I'm gonna retread because this is not our objective right now. I want to see what happens if I defeat the Dragon King first, before heading to deal with the Bowmagus. I do sort of believe that I have to meet with the Bowmagus to continue my evil playthrough. Oh yeah, no wonder we didn't get ambushed. This is not the way we get ambushed. It's actually over here. But I'm gonna just run down all the way. Ignore all of you for now. Oh, assuming you all don't try and grab me and inflict me with blight, which you have done. Okay, let's see. I went to the top floor already, right? Yeah, I do recall heading to the top floor. Enter the dream. You know, the changing layout sort of messes with your knowledge on the whole place, because you, as a player, are like very familiar with this area. And then they block off paths that you are conditioned to sort of know exist. Ooh, this is just a dead end. Yep. Dead end. Another potential dead end, I believe. Maybe there's an item or something around here. Yep, just dead end. These are like little spots where they originally hid the pot enemies, which you could get weapon upgrades from. And in here you'll have a Ming soldier who'll give you an upgrade too. Yeah, this guy over here. Oh, you hit hard. Whoa. Okay, this is one enemy that I haven't quite learned the entire moveset for. I might be dealing with you for a bit. We could always go axe and just whack the nonsense out of him. Not like he can do much to us in that state. Let's go axe for a bit, so we don't have to deal with these guys' nonsense. Pick up my souls too. What? Okay. Yeah, only problem is I haven't set up the axe with the proper skills. I think I might need like whirling, uh, the spinning move on the axe to deal with him, because the Li Jiao's axe should be set up in a way that, yeah, it's working off poise. If that's the case, let's get rid of Rampage for a sec. And get the U. Put it on this axe. Oh wait, this is not Colossal. This is what we want. And I might as well use my tempering there just to increase the amount of damage we're doing. Though feathering itself is not gonna be very productive against them, so let's at least unlock the fire needle. I think the fire needle's unlocked by default, right? Yeah, let's get rid of you and use the poison needle instead. It should work out like, well with the axe already. Which is my madness now anyway. A bit low, so we're not in any danger of our inner demon being summoned into that area. Not yet anyways. Okay, this guy's over here. And they both gave us a decent amount of souls to deal with them. And a benediction stone, I believe. Yep. Ta, viral corruption. A little side area for those two upgrades for you, if you missed them. Yeah, because this path's blocked off. You don't quite have another way down there. During this chapter anyways. Yep. You gotta take the other path from the Shoe Sanctum. This is like a little side path just to give you those upgrades. And since we're here, we might as well bank our souls. Okay, let's see. There should be... Yep, over here. Yeah, if you exit around here, you face the avian enemies. Originally. I'm not sure if they changed that too. Oh yeah, he's still here. This fellow. No, yeah, I ran out of stamina and I didn't even realize it. Well, yeah, I do have that. Oh, okay, I understand. It's very rare for you to run out of stamina on the dual blades. The thing is, however, I have it set up with Benediction Stone that actually increases damage at the expense of stamina. So I need to be a bit more mindful while I'm engaging. Can't be as aggressive as before. And honestly, this enemy is not as difficult as it looks. Unless I don't feel like it is. The only difficult part is like getting a good camera angle to attack them. Whoa! That was a ton of damage. Oh, completely mistimed the block there. Yeah. But it is nice of them to sort of give you that enemy separately so you can learn their movesets. I've noticed that Wu Chang does that quite a bit. It will give you one strong enemy by itself, so just so you can sort of parse out its attacks. And I kind of need to drag him in here, because if we drag him down there, it becomes like even more difficult to sort of recognize what he's doing. Ooh, that one move hurts. Get away. Oh, come on. And it's generally worth defeating them too, because they give like a lot of souls. And they'll drop that Blood of Wang Di item, right? Which is in itself a huge amount of souls for you. Although part of me is starting to remember that this is sort of like an endless loop around the area. Like whether you go this way or that way, you'll end up in a loop back here. So not entirely sure whether this is the way we should be going either. Hey Leah. Well, thank you for the follow. I'm kind of surprised you're on a Wu-Tang stream considering that Silk Song has released. Not much, as you can see. We're sort of proceeding to the final chapter. I'm trying to get an evil playthrough done by agreeing with that one lady clad in red and choosing the evil options of saying that, hey, I agree with you that we should be killing people for the greater good. Should I be going up here? I feel like I should, right? Again, I'm very surprised that anyone is on a Wu-Tang stream. I am indeed. Thank you for saying so. I'm gonna stand over there. Ooh. Using that move against me, huh? At least you got rid of him. I think that's a better route to take because if you do not, he'll be shooting at you from above. And that can get like really dicey. The game's fun to watch, or is my suffering fun to watch? One or the other, King. Ah, he had like a little help there. But yeah, between the two routes of going up and going down, going up is a better way to go because it allows you to get backstab on that guy if you were careful, which we were not. But we managed to deal with it regardless. I wonder, it's just me rambling on about a lot of my assumptions, right, on how the game is working. So it might not actually be the case. Oh, you're gonna go to that, huh? Okay, okay, calm down. Like, that's one move that I've never quite gotten to learn. And that's the kick. It's gonna ignore the poison on us. Now, it's doing like so little damage, I don't even need to worry about it. Just lasts a very long time. Already picked up that upgrade item, so we don't need to worry about it. How have you all been today? I know Mufaz over here is either playing Final Fantasy XIV or doing a Mecha Breaks run, maybe? Let's get our buff back over here. Really tanky for normal enemies, which kind of makes sense since we're almost in the final chapter. No, you don't. Just come rushing out. Oh, there was another guy over there, and one over here too. See if I can hit you both. Oh, I don't have. Okay, there's a lot of you. Got it. Are you going for the kick? Yeah, you are going for the kick. With this, we should have enough, and maybe I can line you all up for like a good fire as well. Yep, there we go. Not very effective though, since it's feathering. Valheim or FF? Valheim it is. How is your Valheim progress, by the way? I do believe you were trying to make a fort that had a very Japanese aesthetic. Oh, yeah, I was expecting that. It's been a while since we came to this chapter, so I'm not entirely sure of what the ambushes are. And we can't talk to anyone over here. Like, everyone's pretty much just dead, I believe. Wait, did you lose your Valheim save as well? When your PC crashed? Is that what happened? Okay, this is the way we came. And we should be heading this way to proceed. Or, I feel like this was a dead end, though. I hear a bamboozling. Okay, yeah, that's a bit of a trap right there. If you follow that, you're gonna be facing off against one of the most difficult enemies in the game. Even now, I'm not sure I can entirely deal with them. Oh, okay, just restarting. Yeah, this guy over here. We do have an ally this time, though. So let me see if I can aid him. Because this is one enemy I just really, really don't want to deal with. Hey, come on! I'm on your side. Let's not die to this guy now. Yeah, he's a bit of a terrifying enemy just because of his one attack where he'll just suddenly shoot off like a machine gun crossbow, and that can take you from full health to dead on if you're wearing light armor. Anything that's based in magic, the consort's dress, the palace maid stuff, the delicate dress, anything that's based on light armor, that attack that we just took to our face and somehow survived will kill you. I wait for you to get close. Ow, ow. Okay, one ambush I need to internalize for the future. Long combo. Not very difficult to dodge, but still long. And for some reason, they increased the poison HP of that one enemy, right? That one enemy that does like a ton of damage. Okay, we're finally at Worship's Rise. Or rather, Revenant Temple.
No entry to Revenant Temple!
I don't quite think Tianhu survives either altercation. I'm just gonna leave you there. Have fun, everyone. Just passing through. You all can have a good time. Oh, okay. Excuse me, sir. I am once again saying I'm just passing through. I have no intention of disturbing your rest. I want to pick up this shrine before I do anything weird down there. And also bank my souls. Yeah, I'm getting like a lot of points over here. I should probably head back to Annalem and sell all my soul items too. That will give us a few more levels as well. I do believe. Yeah, we have like 10 of these. And if you go inside Revenant Temple, you will find like Yujia. And over here you have Fang Yao. I am unfortunately not going to be talking to her because this is going to be our evil playthrough, right? And I do believe that if you do not talk to either Fang Yao or Hei Yozai at this point, it is possible to get their armor sets. So even though I like really hate the idea of leaving her here, for this evil playthrough, that's what we're gonna do.
Bless Homeland and protect her from danger.
And over here we have Yujia.
It's you. Word of your deeds at Snowfall Palace and Zhenwu Temple has reached my ears. Bai Ting Zhao, the former Governor General, he was your father, wasn't he?
He was indeed.
Your father once suppressed a rebellion for the Emperor and accomplished much in his time. The true dragon is about to be reborn. Will you rise and take your father's mantle and serve the great Ming dynasty?
Ah, okay. Show the Imperial Guard token. I'm not exactly sure what happens to Yuzia's quest, right? Because at some point she'll ask to join you. Like, she'll ask you to join her. And on my first playthrough, I did not have the option to actually agree to her. In fact, I had the option to disagree with her.
Excellent. When this is all over, the Bai family's name will shine once again. The world should have united under the Great Ming. When all the puzzles have fallen into place, and the true dragon is reborn. You, I, and all who still breathe, we shall all bear witness. The Taoist has made preparations. Head to the burning cave, see how things are coming along. If anything's amiss, report back at once.
Interesting.
The Taoist has made preparations.
Okay, so I feel like I didn't get that dialogue before. Like I had the option to disagree, and it might be because at that point I went the alternate route and had defeated Honglan. And as you can see, she is I do believe she and Honglan are sort of a thing. And that kind of results, if you beat Honglan, she just gets like really mad at you. And you even have the option to sort of rub it in her face, which is kind of cruel. You get a brocade item once you defeat Honglan, Vermilion Honglan. And then you can show it to Yuzia, and she's like completely annoyed at you at that point. I can still fight Qianhu, although I'm not going to do it because I feel like if I do, it's going to annoy Yuzia even more. Let's rest up and head up to where the Dragon Reborn should be. That might be the boss that we're going to finish the stream with for today. Because I kind of want to try out Silk Song as well. Again, I'm very surprised that there are people who are, if there is anyone out there, I'll be very surprised they're watching Wu Chang. I feel like Hollow Knight Silk Song's release has sort of become a global gaming phenomenon, right? Either you're playing it or you're watching someone else play it. Most likely you are playing it because it's cheap, actually, $20 US. A bit of a weird thing for, hey, we gotta, oh my god, oh my, what? Oh wow, okay. So for those of you who are not in the know, I'm gonna spoil one of the endings for Wu Chang. If you are not too familiar, you might want to at least mute for a few seconds. I'll give you like a minute to prepare so that I can kind of sort out my thoughts here. It's just gonna do a one run around this little area, and then we'll talk about what just happened and the realization that I just had. Okay, yeah, I'm assuming that anyone who doesn't want to listen is gone now or muted. So, in one of the endings, you discover that Wu Chang, or rather an alternate version, your player character, Wu Chang, is stuffed into these jars. Yeah, and another version of Wu Chang is coming down the stairs. It had not occurred to me as to the reason why you are getting a spell from this when I played first time. But now, actually having a spell appear from here, and it's a bit of a shame we can't tell which spell it is because I'm betting it's probably a feathering spell. But yeah, makes more sense now that you know that there's a version of Wu Chang that's been chopped up and placed into the jars over here. And the even worse part is when you start the game, the very first time, if you look at the cutscene, the game like very slightly will focus the camera on these jars, and it's a if you know moment right there.
This symbol.
Yeah, Hey Yozai's over here, and again, we're not going to be talking to Hey Yozai or Fang Yao, because if we do, I do believe they will survive, so I need to ignore them. I really dislike doing things like this, but hey, in the name of getting their armor sets, we are gonna possibly let them die. I do not know how they die, but I do know that they will get killed if you do ignore them. Like, it breaks my heart to do it. Like, those two NPCs have been like stalwart allies all the way through, especially Hey Yozai. He's been through thick and thin in the case of Wu Chang. Like, he's been following her ever since her quests, probably aboard her his own merchant vessel. A lot of feathers over here. What are you trying to tell me, game? What should I be gleaming from this environmental clue? I'm also hearing like a hint bird somewhere. I don't see it though. Maybe a lock-on? Okay, over there. So what is over here that you want me to take a look at? Just the item? Or maybe it was meant to indicate that I'm supposed to come up here from down there, right? Because these guys are usually... It's very easy to ignore it, but these guys are usually like the game's hint system. If you see one of them, they're sort of dragging you in that general area. You can kill them, and that gives you like a very good item, especially for your first playthrough. I did it, as you can see, I sort of killed like 86 of them on my first playthrough. And this gives you a random buff, which is great for your first playthrough. And it's all positive stuff. It's either stamina, health, or maybe attack power. I'm not entirely sure. It's one of the three. Does it say that? Randomly increases one of the following boons: maximum health, maximum stamina, and damage dealt. Right? Yeah, that's it. In those three, it's a random increase. But going into a fight with that, if you're having a tough time, it's kind of like a rune item from Elden Ring, I guess. And finally, back to the very start of our journey, where the game began. And then you discover, hey, there's a path behind the Buddha statue that you spawned in, that you woke up in this stream.
How did it come to this?
And over here we have the good doctor. I've been calling him the good doctor, but he's nowhere good.
I've spent years studying the feathering and only recently learned of a divine object, a stone chisel, that could suppress it. The monsters haunting worship's rise sought this very item. Commander Hong managed to seize a fragment of this sacred object from those fiends. After days of research, we finally made some headway on the feathering. I thought we were on the verge of a breakthrough, but the divine object was devoured by that creature. If only the divine object was still here. In time, it could save all living souls.
Yeah, at this point you have the option of remaining silent or handing over the Jade Feather Chisel. Do not hand over the Jade Feather Chisel if you want a relatively good ending. It is still possible to get this ending if you didn't help the other NPCs, but handing over the chisel pretty much just locks you into what is arguably a very terrible ending. The ending that I was talking about earlier, the one where, again, spoilers, the one where Wu Chang is stuffed into a jar, happens because you give this.
How did it come to this?
If you are not aware, a lot of NPCs will be letting you know that this guy is shady as heck, right? And there are certain points where he'll be like very mentally unstable if you're being given him the research notes. Like he'll be laughing like creepily. And more or less, you also find him in like very suspicious locations with dead bodies surrounding him. And in hindsight, all the items he gives you at the start of the game will cause corruption, and that's not a hint. I do not know what is. Oh, that's the sound of my audio desyncing. Let me just reset that for real quick. There might be a bit of a flash. It'll be fine now. Let's enter the dream here, because this is going to be our checkpoint for a while. The Dragon Reborn fight is, I think, okay. It's not a fight that I've learned. I pretty much just used the Bowmagus shield on my first playthrough and cheesed through it. So I'm going to have to learn phase 2, definitely. For our first run through the area, we're just going to explore and take the items. I'll head back to the shrine, and then we'll do it again. I'll be honest, those guys terrified me on my first playthrough. They were so difficult to deal with, right? And let's shift to... I kind of want to keep the Jarhead thing on, although it gives us like minus 40 and a lot of stats, right? The effect of the jar, in case you guys are not aware, wearing this jar may well produce some surprising effects. It doesn't lay it out clearly, but the effect of the jar is that it actually increases the amount of souls you get. So, I'm just going to put on some corruption stuff here, which I do believe this is part of. Oh no, we can go with the consort set, because that has like incredible resistances all around. It's going to lower our defense considerably, but we should be able to navigate these waters without getting hit by corruption, ideally, yeah. Although I think the only thing that's around these areas are like healing items. And maybe just one upgrade item in a chest around there. Over there. Hearing someone. Oh, you guys. Can you actually follow me up here? Or are you gonna ignore me? They're both coming two ways. It's almost like a flanking maneuver, right? Hey, you're the exploding guy. So, it is this divine object that fuels the rituals of Snowfall Palace and Zhenwu Temple. If resurrection truly defies the will of heaven, blood of the true dragon may yet forge a path to ascension. It's a bit cryptic, but what is essentially happening here is, and I do believe this is the doctor's place, the Taoist place, Huang Yangze's research unit over here. He doesn't quite realize that he needed the chisel until now, and he feels like, because I do believe Emperor Chongzhen is considered, or at least in Chinese mythology, right? The emperors are considered like descendants of gods. So he's like, okay, if it defies the will of heaven, at least they will be using the blood of the true dragon, the emperor, which might help him to ascend, which is sort of giving away the fact that he's not actually trying to help Kyo the Feathering, but trying to ascend himself. Okay. Among the enemy types I hate the most, this is the guy that I am the least familiar with. And we had an interruption from the side. His moves is just very difficult to parse sometimes. Especially the beak attack right there. Yeah, ooh, ow. And because we were on the consort set, I just died in 3 hits. Because unlike the other enemies there, right? He has a bit of a delay to his attack. He'll raise up his weapons, and it almost feels like he's gonna do it, but then he'll stop. Like, he'll just not do it. Let's tease him a bit with Serpent Fang. We are in a feathering build at the moment, and just being able to deal with his attacks makes it a lot easier. I could probably deal with him with dual blades as well, but it's just a lot easier to rely on the sword counter, because the parry window for the sword counter is very generous. So we could have kind of done that last time too. Oh wow, okay, we could have just done that. Oh. Whoop. Yeah. Dangerous enemies. Okay. Ooh. That one was on me. I can't blame the shield guy at all. Like, his attacks are a lot more telegraphed compared to the guy with the dual blades. Now, to be fair to the game, right? To be fair, they are placing these enemies separately here for you, just so you can learn their movesets. I'm kind of surprised you're moving. You're normally on the other side. Oh. We didn't get the backstab. Let's play it a bit safe, heal up. I was expecting him to attack there. There we go. Please actually let me explore the place for a bit. I will not be dealing with you all in a few seconds. Because the boss is right down there. We'll be dealing with him for a very long time. I know you're alive. You're not tricking me. A bit of a gorgeous view right up there. The Erd Tree. It's very reminiscent of that, right? If you played Elden Ring and you see this, you're immediately like, oh, the Erd Tree. Just maybe the Erd roots, since we're sort of underground and all. Saw an enemy. Oh, there you are. Okay, well, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna run back, shift to a fire build, and probably not a magic build, because fire might just be the way to go here. Which weapons do we want to use for a fire build? Flamebringer? Probably. It's a good option. Infernal Firebrand is going to do great here. Instead of Twin Bandits, I'm going to go Firearm Blades. Perfect Aim is incredible. Not enough people talk about it, but it is a great dodge move. And I'm gonna spec out of a lot of stuff, so sorry to bore you guys. We're gonna be doing a little skill rearranging over here. Oh, okay, wait, I didn't check what we scale with. Flamebringer, you scale with agility and strength. You also agility and strength. Okay, a good mix of agility and strength. All things considered, I might just lower the amount of points we have here, because we have a good spread of agility and strength already. Spec out of any unnecessary nodes that require health. And the axe skill, since we won't be using the axe. I have an equal spread of, well, strength is higher. Agility is like 45, strength is 56. Yeah, at this point in new game, we have like enough points to really max out everything in a good thread, and I'm not gonna be using magic at all. Maybe the support spells, or rather, okay, maybe fire magic, so a few points into magic might not hurt. $34. And we'll pick up the fire, the biting time one, and the fire build up from spells. Don't need the poison break needle, so take that out. Are you two? Oh wow! Why did I not use this while I had the feathering build going on? I am so surprised, right? I completely forgot about this node. I had a feathering build where we were dealing with what is it? The nightmare demon, and I did not use that node at all, not even once. I want to get more magic in here. We only have like 2 points. Choices. Okay, sure, why not? That ought to be okay. And let's get our benediction stuff socketed. I'll usually be using the firearm blades more than the other one, at least during phase 1. Yeah, we'll have the blocks and clashes for not Serpent Fang. Is that Serpent Fang? It should be Infernal Firebrand. Yeah, and the Flamebringer. Yeah, that's the correct one. Let's get all the burn stuff on this first. Backstab, Frostbite, Burn. Do I not have the higher level of this? Yeah, it's the only burn one we have, so we'll go with that. Combo force. Combo ignition, yeah. And for you... Huh. Wait, do I want combustion on this? Yeah, okay, we'll have combustion on you and actually give you the other fire one. Yeah, that'll be a good build enough. I want to go into this fight with sword counter. You could technically use it during phase 2 to deal with some of his slashes, but I think I'm better off learning his moveset, right? It's gonna be another 5-hour romp of me just dying to the boss over and over because I've been trying to get these boss fights without getting damaged. So, a warning to all of you watchers out there. Maybe instead of this, we'll be going for either Crescent Arc or Crescent Moon. Yeah, we'll go with Crescent Moon, because it is also a burn skill. And this is also one move that I've not really used too much, so I'm not entirely sure of how it works. It's a bit difficult to pull off because it has a shimmer on the second hit. So if you are intending to use it as a dodge, you need to be thinking ahead of when an enemy's move is going to come out. Yeah, let's go fight the one reborn. And I'm gonna switch over to weapons, not weapons, armor that has like a good spread of slash, blunt, and stab, which might be just the champion's robes. I know there are better ones, but it has a good spread. Champion stuff is like a good spread overall. Yutanga? Nope. Not finding. Nope. Genbu, Arm Guards of Loyalty. Oh, here we go. Champion's Razor. It's low against corruption, but other than that, it's a pretty good stat. We'll still be using the Jarhead though. I do believe we have a little interaction with Plain Warriors over here.
We're close now. Just within our grasp. I should have known. You've been meddling with fate all along. Bringing Bayou back. We're almost there. This is what you've been after all along, isn't it? Bringing Bayou back. We're almost there. This is what you've been after all along, isn't it?
Sort of wonder, right? What she meant by you've been meddling with fate all along, or rather that line was directed towards us, towards our Wu Chang. Because at this point, this is an alternate version of us, and they should know that we've been using the chisel to go back in time each time we died. And I do believe it's this version that becomes the Demon of Obsession. Alright, let's begin. Get ready for a lot of deaths. Oh wait, oh. The one thing that I forgot to adjust my tempering. So is it a little too dark in here? Oh, here's an item we missed. Oh, wow, okay. Thank you for that. The immediate corruption. Yeah, the problem with the champion set is that it has like negative resistances to corruption. So if you enter any sort of weird pool of blood, you get immediately poisoned. And change these to strength and agility. Okay. Bit of a shame that I don't have a stronger needle for agility, but hey, better than nothing. I really thought those systems would go much more in depth than they first seemed like. Unfortunately, that's not the case. They are as interesting as it is once you start to play the game extensively. Like once you get to NG plus, I do feel like they sort of fall off in the amount of things you can do. At the start, like you're very curious as to what you're gonna be getting. Oh right, I'm on this blade. I did not have the counter. Oh my. I completely forgot that we have a different setup now. Need to do this the old-fashioned way with dodges. Also, before we actually run to the boss, let me run over to our NPCs at the Annulum, right? I don't want to be... If we have a not so insignificant amount of souls, wait a minute, I can talk to Neon in the Annulum courtyard? I did not know this. I thought he jumped from the cliff. Because we get his set there. But is he in the courtyard? Does he go mad or something? Oh, he's over here. Okay, you know what? I'll take that as a win, right? I'll take that as a win. This NPC has actually survived for once. In our first playthrough, he got hostile to us and we had to kill him. In this playthrough, he was at the cliff over here. And after you reload, the only thing you see is his set on the ground. And I thought he jumped from the cliff. That was not the case. He's locked himself up in this building. And I'll take that as a win, because he's actually not dead. So, if you want a good ending for Nian, you do have the option, as long as you are kind to him all the way throughout. Wugang should be... Where exactly again? That's Taoqian. I think Wugang's over here. And as you can see, I haven't talked to him in this run as well. I was wondering what would happen if I did not talk to him.
My legs are killing me.
You're fine. Just walk it off.
No better than to poke around the leftovers from these temple rats. Those bastards attack anyone on sight. Even me. I would have been a gunner if not for my fast legs. The blind one invited me to hide in his home. And such a big home at that. Whenever will I strike a pig, eh?
First things first, I'm gonna sell all these items. Like, there are a bunch of souls. Gonna give us a few more levels.
Come back soon.
Yep, I will be back in just a second because we're just gonna run down to the shrine, bank those souls, and come right back. Gonna spend the entirety of the remaining souls on just increasing the number of items I have in stock. It only gave us 1 point though, unfortunate. But hey, this gives us like a huge magic note, like 5 points of magic. I'll take it.
Hey, you made it. Got some new stuff for you.
Now, what I'm gonna do is buy just random items. I've been filling out my dagger stock over here. Maybe I should be getting more soup. Like, considering an item-only run in the future, there are a few weapons and builds and pendants in the game that actually increases the damage of throwables. So, might be a fun build to try out. Let's get some thunder daggers, maybe. Like 100 of each. That'll expend our entire soul inventory so that it doesn't go to waste when I'm fighting the boss. And just, oh, I can, these are cheaper, considerably cheaper. Yeah, Blight not as useful, so there we go.
Come back soon.
I will when I have a need for you. Thank you for your help, as usual. I appreciate your assistance in these dire times while I'm going through the evil playthrough. Well, not that it matters to Wu Kang, right? He's sort of a thief himself. I really hate to go without talking to Fang Yao and Hey Yozai, but hey, we kind of need to do it. Also, before we get to the Dragon Reborn, let me learn the moveset of this one samurai dude over here. I will need to be dealing with him each. We can run past him. Whoop. He got me with the corruption shot. Wow. In case you guys are wondering, my intention for the stream at the moment will be, I'll probably try the one Reborn just a few times, because it's already like 11:30 p.m. over here. So we're gonna try it just a few times and then call it. Letting you all know beforehand. And as you can see, perfect aim coming in clutch. It's such a great move to have. It's a great move to use for changing weapons. I hope that is not the sound of my audio desyncing. Okay, not too much. Oh, right. You got the roar. Whoa, and I'm stun locked. I can't even move for that. Kill swipe. And as you can see, I have not at all learned his moveset. Yeah, the first time we came into this fight, I just cheesed him with Leech and the Bowmega Shield. Hey, if you're ever having trouble in a fight, just use those two spells and you're good. Speaking of spells, we kind of need to change these to fire ones. Do I want to use these fire? It's like a really good... I'm not sure we have a good opportunity to use it. The problem with this one is that it sort of roots you into the spot for somewhat little too much amount of time, right? Okay, let me also have this because I feel like hero form is needed for phase 2. It's a good way to avoid damage during his healing. But let's learn phase 1 first. I'll shift to ethereal form later. Lotus Flame is another way to sort of cheese the boss because he's a large enemy, right? And you can use this to entirely burn his health down because as long as you're near him, all these hits from Lotus Flame will just completely wreck his HP, especially if you're going with a magic build. We are not. We're gonna do this legit. So I need flame spells. Ones that don't typically involve that might just be the best flame spell we have, all things considered. Well, we have Infernal Flames as a ranged option. Not quite sure I want to use those though. Oh right, since we're in the champion set, I get corrupted. Oh, okay, that's a line that I've never heard. Maybe you should just run past him, right? There's that little lag where he just takes a while to take out his weapon and style on us. I had no reason to actually deal with him. Excuse me? Pardon me, my good sir. On a side note, I love the little animation that Wu Chang does when she's tempering her weapon. Be careful of that backhand. Okay, one poke for safety. Backhand? Oh, wrong. Yeah, even though it's a good fire spell, Actually, finding the time to use it is a bit dangerous. I might just rely on weapon skills instead. Ooh, okay. I thought I dodged you. Get away. Wow, okay. The delay on that. My temperance ran out. One shot. By the tail. Of course. He flattened me like a pancake. Okay, that might have been a bad idea. We don't have our regenerating stamina because we're aggroed. Might be better just to run over here. Thankfully, he is kind of slow. The follow-up. Remember, 2 pokes for safety. Nope. Okay. Nope. Dodge. That's the delayed one. The double swipe is the delayed one. Gotta be careful. The backhand. Tail swipe? Nope. No. I honestly don't feel his phase 1 is all that difficult. But we are getting hit, so I'm not going to count that as a win. But we need to do the fight entirely.
It withstood strong for 277 prosperous years, and ours, the Ming dynasty, has woefully fallen. But while an empire can perish, you can never erase its honor! You forged realm, who held fast? I shall restore Ming.
And you get like a really, really cool interaction of him just doing this huge fireball. I love this attack. It's so cool looking, right? A very Bahamut move right here. A mega flare. Can I dodge this? I never tried. Nope, well, we didn't get the timing for it, that's for sure. Why am I throwing stuff? Oh, my weapons changed, that's why. I was trying to heal there. Nope, wrong move. What are you up to? Oh, you have. Maybe the champion said it's not the way to go.
Invaders, no fear.
He's one-shotting me. Wow, okay. Right, we're almost out of time, so I'm gonna do one more run. One more run, and then we're gonna call it. Got me there. Yeah, running might just be the way to go, instead of trying to... Technically speaking, I do believe that dashing and using this makes you move faster. Oh, unless you're accidentally attacking someone.
I'll have you pay.
Oh, that was too soon. Ooh, okay. The infamous one more pull, right? One more pull, one more glare. Well, it's not a glare this time, but hey. Kind of not satisfied with how that went, but you know what? I'm gonna call it. I'll probably do a bit of Silk Song over stream. I'll be competing with way too many streamers, so sure, why not? That's gonna be it for me. I'll probably get a snack and call it tonight. Thanks for watching, everyone, and if anyone's out there, take care and stay safe.